you would expect.
I'm just really excited to see the AWPs as well. I really want to see Nico with the AWP, especially with Team Dignitas on the T side, see how much it's affected him as well. It's become such a common thing you can discuss, especially on towards this map, how well it can hinder or maybe give them a little bit more room to breathe on the CT side. I don't know. It's going to be a fact going to this. But let's see if maybe Team Dignitas can pick themselves up a pistol here. Starting out, they'll be on the T side, TSM on the CT side, and it looks like it's going to be an all-MB play. It's going to be Dupree to spot them out first.
And it's BB they've managed to give that Tech 9 to. They're going to pile straight on there. Cajun B already backing away. Dupree has been taken down. Carrigan's got himself just up above, tries to get the shot, doesn't manage to land it though, gets a little peek, but immediately gets dinked there. He's going to have to back away. And this is a clean plant and cover from Dignitas. Not a single man down, and really good defensive setup.
Yeah, perfect. Execute towards the site, then taking a little bit, but having every single player alive until that moment. So, do see MSL down. One more to follow. We're going to have to see how the retake comes in. The CT side starting to fall like flies. Pimp and AZ chiming in with kills, but player on the side, Cadian, just going to try and draw them out. Fakes it out, going to go back in. He does have a defuse kit, but it's all on him, and he gets picked up by Pimp in the end, picking up 3 then. Very big round, important one for Team Dignitas, and they finally get themselves a pistol.
Yeah, that could be important. Good start for Dignitas. Let's see what they do with it. You can see a lot of money for Pimp there. After getting that triple, is going to go for the AK, along with the armor, which he'd got previously. Gets himself, look at this, 4 mollies coming out for Dignitas. What are they going to do with this one against a double scout setup for TSM?
Let's find out. It looks like it's going to be A. I guess they can just molly off every single angle and make a play out of it, but good little pop flash comes out, no commitment off the back of it, and look at this. Dupree already heading out. They know it's either going to be mid or A. It's going to surely be A. The molly comes in. Gideon tucks himself in the corner, peeks out, gets down 1. Carrigan finds another. They're doing damage here, and those scouts are going to have to start paying off, and they are. Cajun B connecting towards AZ, gets one on towards Pimp, and round the back is Dupree, who pushed out on B earlier on, picks up his second, and that is TSM turning it round on a dime.
That's an answer, that's for sure. Dignitas, they bet themselves the pistol and immediately lose it straight back to TSM, and they're going to be kicking themselves for that. There was a lot of AKs they picked. That double scout setup working wonders. And the rotation was so fast from TSM. They had 4 men on A before they even managed to breach that main site. And Dupree was already making fast tracks. Cajun B opening things up. Oh, that grenade straight on towards him. Cajun B picks up himself a double. Very easy for him. And well, that attack's been shut down in his tracks before it even started. That was very, very good. The nade and flash combo completely caught them with the pants down.
And they're going in for quite the investment here. The T's, they're going to be looking to pick this one up. So the Galil in the hands of KRB, but Nico going straight up towards the AWP. This is what I was looking forward to, and Carrigan actually sticking with the scout. We're still seeing those SMGs in practice. So let's see what the Danes can do. Last time this almost backfired on them, so I wonder if they can make it work this time around. And the T side just starting to take their time a little more, spread out, play it like a more standardized round. And I wonder who's going to get that opening pick. Already MSL starting to head forward as Zipnix gets himself popped up, ready for this. And they're going to actually boost, I can imagine. Caddy in that. Gonna just drop him up. Zipnix now in position.
But MSL's going to find Cadian if he peeks. Oh, I don't think he quite saw each other there. They've got Pimp at Squeaky, but Zipnix is in perfect position for this one. They are going to check the boost. MSL, first place he looks as well. So they kind of expected that one with that smoke down there. Carrigan with the scout, not able to land the shot. Nico with the AWP is going to peek around. Cadian though with that MP9 tries to get one, doesn't get the second as MSL cuts him down. And now they're going to work their way in there. It's a 3-on-3. But again, those scouts doing the opening shots, getting the damage done. And the rifles are picking up some clean pickups. Oh, MSL took a hell of a beating from that neighbor, still manages to land the frag. Dupree now in a 1-on-1, 2 hit points versus 22. And it's Dupree that comes out on top once again. He gets himself another double.
Brilliant 1v2 then from Dupree. That nade to start off with, it was MSL who just got ripped to shreds off that. And you can see this play from Cadian. Gets his position well. If only he'd hit that shot a little quicker. The backup came in from Carrigan eventually. But if only that was a second sooner, they'd had that dominance so quick. But regardless of that, it's still a 3-1 scoreline. TSM starting to look a little bit stronger here. We're not seeing them struggling so much now, as Zipnix going to get himself tucked in, waiting for this game, ready for the push through. And it's going to be a straight up, near on clean eco, and it's going to work out. They are just flooding the site. Zipnix gets one, but it's not enough. The T-side are breaking through, and they might just get the bomb down as well. Carrigan backs up, finds Nico, and the rest of the team now have to play retake.
Occasion B's grenade is going to be on point, but it doesn't quite do enough. Pimp on forklift drops in. They're all keeping their positions covered, but Occasion B will just roll on through. Pimp, the last man standing. They can go for the defuse, and they're going to just smoke him off from this one. Not being able to do anything. He will even get taken down, spam through the smoke. We'll find him. And now 4-1 TSM. After losing that pistol round, picking up the second, they haven't looked back.
Yeah, this is worrying times for Dig, though. They are starting to feel that a little bit of a pinch here, and nice work coming in from Carrigan and Cage and B, then in complete unison, just playing towards the site, taking back over quad. So, double orb setup. This is what I was waiting on to see. Carrigan and Nico both going for this. I don't think they'll really go for each other. Nico seems to be looking a little bit more towards mid. Carrigan, however, going for the aggression. It's Nico who's actually watching that A push, expecting the aggression to come out from TSM, and he was correct to be feeling that.
Yeah, well worked. Pimp was covering his back as well, had Squeaky blocked off, making sure nobody went too aggressive around there. Cadian, though, is going to creep up on the drop there, see if anyone's going to boost up on over. Now, Kirby is about to boost. Cadian is not looking there right now. It was a double boost, Kirby and Nico. Nico's dropped down, I think. I think he should drop back down in towards A. And that's going to be where they're pushing towards. Zipnix, the lone man, about to get support from Dupree, so they're already rotating towards A side. They're expecting it, but Nico once again cuts down Dupree, and that's going to leave things precariously balanced for TSM as Zipnix gets one down.
Yeah, it certainly does, but there's one coming back in. It's just Zipnix, though, but he can maybe do something here. Great positioning, finds two. That's Nico and MSL down. Spins up, not going to claim AZ for the third. Denies it, the bomb goes down, and it's all safe, all secured. Finally did get that second round on the board.
Yeah, good opening frag from Nico, more importantly. That all going to be passed back to him. He was taken down by Zipnix. His span around wasn't quite able. Didn't quite have enough bullets, as it were, left in his M4. Had to switch up to the pistol, didn't quite work out for him. Double up now, Carrigan and Cajun B for TSM. Cajun B in position, opens up, and that's Kirby down, and that's going to stop their B poke dead in its tracks. Once again, it's going to be Pimp taking a peek over at Squeaky, and the boost is coming from Nico.
Yeah, just looking over towards that sugar box, trying to find something on towards shore. I think it's Cadian who's sitting there just waiting out, going to kind of retract himself back in, but Nico goes out for the second follow-up, catches someone crossing out that connector, drops down the smoke, and it's going to be 3 players on A here, and actually Team Dignitas haven't committed anywhere yet.
It's still waiting, still looking to see if they can get anything. Nico's still boosted up there, now dropping through into mid. Now, last time TSM played Virtus Pro, neither team were really battling for mid control. They were quite happily giving it up and going for the retakes, and that seems to be what they're doing. At the moment, they're stacking out. They're going to go straight through the fence. It's a B push they're going for, and there is just one man there, Dupree, on the back of site. Now he has support. Cajun B's been smoked off, though, at CT. And those mollies are going to be on point. Dupree is burning. He has to move away from this one. Down to 10 health. 3 health. Just about gets out of the fire. Did get one down in the process, but Dignitas got a clean execute, and they're going to get a bomb plant.
There was a really good flash. I think it was from Cadian, who just came up through the upper kind of little peak there, flashed him in, slowed him down on the cross, allowing at least 1 kill to come in. But still, the bomb is down. They're set up. What can they do here? Nico finding Carrigan's going to bring it all even, but the push comes in. TSM trying to make a play for it is Zipnix up against Nico, 1v1. Zipnix drops out the smoke, goes in for the peek. Oh, Nico misses the shot! And they're both tagged. Unbelievable, 4 HP up against 15, and Zipnix gets it, but surely not enough time.
He's got no diffuse. It's going to be close. I think he might just get it.
Oh my God. That is so close. Not enough time in the end, but my God, that was not a pretty round coming out for Team Dignitas.
Yeah, when you miss those shots on a guy that's static, go for the defuse, you've got to be a little worried, but
defuse hitboxes, just blame it on that.
That's exactly what you can call it for. It's all right, guys, I got him with the pistol, and he didn't get the round anyway, so, you know, it didn't count. It didn't matter. But here we go, Dignitas, 5-man stack, piling straight through and towards B side, but KGB is in position, ready with that scout. Does not land the shot, though, opening things up, but he gets enough information. Be able to see everybody on the B side, the rotation coming through. We're going to get one jumping through vents. That's Cadian ready and waiting. Smokes, flashes, everything thrown that way. And Dignitas back away, wisely choosing to re-rotate.
And even though TSM had a minimal buy up here, so of course the 5-7 and double scout, they utilized those flashes so well to slow them down and just kind of thwart what Team Dignitas were up to earlier on. I really like it, just kind of showing how malleable maybe Team Dignitas are if they don't get that real step towards the site. And it's reset everything. Now Dig are looking for another way in. So maybe a little bit of a small adaptation has allowed them a bit of room to breathe here. Cadian pushed up nice and close in mid, watching that push out. MSL doesn't check it. It allows Cadian to pick up the gun here. The push will follow, but can Cadian switch over in time? Yes, gets the second. Good follow-up. Now 4v3, they still have the numbers on the CT side.
Xyp9x gets flashed out, gets a peek, gets himself some clear coverage of A main. It is going to be the mid that they push on through and again in towards B site. KGB is still here, still holding with the scout. Does get the opener on towards Kierby. That's going to take him low. Will manage to get the second. That's the bomb carrier. Doesn't try to kill on the third with the hop up. But that was enough damage. Nico, 73. Kierby on 10. Bomb plant in play. But Carrigan has it covered off. Doesn't land the shot. Xyp9x will though. That's all he needs. And Kierby will get taken down. Pistol was enough to do it. Damage was already done by KGB. And now 5-3.
And TSM, with that double scout 5-7 buy-up, they knew exactly what was going on. And considering Cadian is a stand-in, a new addition, he seems to know what's up super quick. He's handling it well. I love those flashes early on at B. It just stopped Dig, whatever they were trying for that quick play, just to overwhelm, didn't work out. And now, as the wonderful observers are showing us, there is no money left for Team Dignitas. That round was a super investment for them. And now they're down to 3 P250s. And 1 flash, and this is all they're going to do with it. Can they get a kill? Can they deny anything? Pim at least finds Cadian, but Pim gets 2. Maybe I'm writing him out a little early, but the cleanup crew's coming in, and it's going to be KGB and Carrigan, and TSM just looking so good overall.
Yeah, solid defense, as you would expect, as always. 6-3 now. TSM, they were 4-1 up. They managed to get themselves a good lead, but they're keeping on. It is a fairly CT-sided map, remember. Not massively, but definitely the advantage is with the CT side. TSM did do well previously against Virtus Pro on here, so no doubt about it, they have the advantage here. This is their map choice as well, remember, against Dignitas. Dignitas losing out their own map, Inferno. Somewhat surprisingly, probably to them.
Nice little B split through mid, but you can see the double that was just waiting for them. As soon as those smokes came out, I think it was Cadian who was watching it. You could see them instantly move in, know they're doing like a small B split through the vents. And well, the double eco had to come out from the T side. They were that strapped for cash. And finally, they can buy up, but you can see it straight away. Cage and B there, ready and waiting, just dropping them 1 by 1, just perfectly clinical.
Using every bullet of the clip as well, not going for that reload. 7-3. Carrigan with the AWP this time. Let's see where he is going with this. He's going to be the man holding mid. Nico has boosted a couple of times, which is where Carrigan is wisely looking. But again, Nico waiting to see if Xyp9x is going to poke himself out towards A main, but MSL also in a protected position. Xyp9x actually on his own at the moment on A site, which is where Dignitas are stacking, but Cadian's already rotating that way. As Nico peeks around, slowly edges closer to see if he can find Xyp9x's head.
Yeah, and something that's apparently nerfed with the AWP that you can't just peek around anymore. Nico going for those quick shots off the back of the move in and going to go towards that forklift truck. He does get the tag, not going to follow up with the kill though. Has to go again, takes down Cadian, and this is Nico showing some serious class here. And now Dupree so far away from all of this. I don't know if it's even worth him trying to get over there. There's already players getting lined up watching his rotate. They know where this guy plays. He's been lurking around the back the entire time. Last time it worked perfectly because there was about 3 other players alive. This time, probably not going to be the case, but a stunning little pick up towards KFB. But that was just, I think, a little bit of a sloppy play going out from Dig then on the way out. But they will be able to clear sight. I think they know that Dupree is not going to find much else here. And well, a well-needed round for Team Dignitas.
Yeah, very much. And well worked by them, more importantly. That was definitely their round 1 rather than given to them by TSM. Solid A push. More importantly, that was an investment by Carrigan. I'm just going to have a quick peek at their money situation. I think they should be okay to rebuy here. If I could just get around Semmler's key bindings and be defeated by them, yeah, they will be able to just buy straight back in there. They'd won enough to get Carrigan that AWP once again, and of course all the head armor. Let's see what he can do with it. Nico has been getting some good openers with this one, and again he's going to creep his way around, but it was a quick flash out from Dupree. Finds Kierby, who was meant to cover him off there. And Dupree, a very aggressive stuff, works out for them.
And TSM all over the board being fairly aggressive. You could see then that Xyp9x had pushed straight up towards mid as well. Every single player feeling quite confident. Not only the B team that's been kind of taking names over on that side, and they're just leaving Karrigan on his own at A. Cadian will swiftly make his way back up if necessary, but Dignitas now down a player. It's going to be so hard to get themselves in towards anywhere here. It looks like they may be lining up for an A. There's Pimp, MSL, and AZ just around the back, but Nico's still just trying to lurk around. Ooh, I don't know if he saw him then. Just hopping back over towards that box at the back of Checkers. Cajun, however, will he have...
Oh,
I think they've just caught a glimpse of each other, and Nico's going to have too many targets to stare at, but MSL, AZ, and Pimp are starting their push towards the other side. Karrigan was ready and waiting, picking up MSL, and it's going to make it just difficult to break into this site now. A little bit of a cheeky smoke comes out, but Cadian waiting above, gets a glimpse and gets denied by AZ.
Yeah, saw the head, didn't manage to land the frag though. Does get support though. Karrigan managed to land a clean second shot, but AZ with the plant. And that's what Dignitas needed. Going to smoke himself out here. It's a 3-on-2. Nico has rotated in support.
Great
now he's
work
over
from
a forklift. Will get himself a second. Now he needs a third, but Xyp9x got in and around him. But AZ has time on his hands here. And Xyp9x is the man that's going to try and play it. He's using this smoke to great advantage. Now he knows his position will come in. And that was an easy pickup for AZ in the end as he went for that defuse, gave his position away, and collected the AWP at the end.
I'm pretty sure it was just like literally, was it Nico and AZ just going crazy in that round? I think it was literally like a 3 and a 2 for both of those. Just doing brilliantly as a duo and then taking down so many of the players on the TSM side, just peeking one by one. And maybe that's something that comes in when you have, a stand-in play. You don't have that smooth communication. You don't have all those gears kind of slipping into place so readily, let's say. But up to that point, it had been the TSM show, but any more rounds that come in for Dignitas, that's going to be a fairly decent T side here. And already they're getting quite aggressive on the TSM camp, trying to make the most of what they can afford.
Xyp9x holding the angle with the P250. Sees Squeaky open. It's Pimp that's coming knocking. Manages to try and close the angle. Does get a little peek, but Pimp surely has the better of him there, and he will use that rifle to its advantage on the range, and that means they're going to be straight on towards the site. Cajun B's got himself in position though, might be able to try and sneak through this smoke. He's got a 5-7, so he can do a lot of damage. Just get around the side, not enough. Pimp will pick himself up the second. Cadian, the last man with that P250. See if you can try and rescue a rifle from this round, try and rescue something, but Dignitas, they're starting to clock up some rounds on the board. This is going to be the 6th round of the half, and already they're going to start being anything really extra after the 6th round, they're going to be happy with.
You'd assume so. I'm kind of impressed with how they're playing it so far. I really like their takes towards A. It's been pretty spot on. And, well, Nico will find Cadian in the end and bring it very, very close here. Dignitas starting to look quite comfortable. Now they start to play towards A. Every time they hit B, they just got overran. They got outdone by the dastardly duo who are playing that site. So when they go A, really they get Karrigan. If he misses a couple of shots, they get Nico to land them. Nico lands the shot, and it seems that it's opening up. So it's literally like a who gets the pick this time between them, and do they both go for the A pick? Nico and Karrigan looking like they might just go for that again. Pimp there, MSL, AZ, all lining up. Karrigan in position, just holding that tight corner in case Nico does go hunting. But I wonder if they're going to go for it again.
Yeah, Kirby being a lot more passive down at the B site as well. He's been ordinarily pushing forward, but Dupree's aggression has caught him out a couple of times, and we're seeing him being a little bit more passive. Does try and take yet another peek, but we can see Nico on boost. Kirby got himself tucked in behind those sandbags. No mollies for Nico to try and get him, flush him out of here, but he's got AZ alongside him. He doesn't have one either. Kirby, well, he's managed to find Dupree. That may well change things around. The B site, one man down. It's just Cajun B over there. MSL will also pick off Xyp9x, and suddenly they've got options open to them. Will they go A or B? The map is very much in the hands of Dignitas right now. Cadian peaks. That's AZ on the boost. And now, just 2 men left for TSM, and this could even up the match, 7 apiece. Dignitas very much in their favor as 4 men push towards A.
Yeah, choosing to overrun Karrigan with the AWP, but Karrigan does find MSL. Oh, just about missing AZ with a quick scope then as he hops over that red container. But KGB now having to rotate through, knows that he's up against some filthily stacked odds. He's going to back up out there and try and get some exits, and I don't blame him at all.
So 7-7 now. Dignitas doing a really good job on the T side after falling behind early. They've managed to claw the way back in, unlike the last map. Now remember, Inferno finished 8-7 in the favor of TSM when they were on the T side. This time around, Dignitas have the chance at actually taking the T side lead on Cash, and that would be absolutely amazing. Remember, they did win the pistol round against TSM this time around, but unfortunately they lost the 4 after that. KGB with 2 exit frags there. That's going to be pretty good for them. They'll be happy with that, I think, overall, but it's not going to worry Dignitas too much. It is the final round, and they've got plenty of money to just rebuy back up. Yeah,
they are absolutely fine for cash right now. They should be able to get like 4 buys in if they really fancy it. You see it there again, KGB just clinically dealing with them. But on the other side of things, the CT side is not good for money. If KGB hadn't have saved that weapon, they'd be down to just Zipnix being able to get it beside him. Karrigan having to go for maybe just, the FAMAS there and a flash, not even head armor. Cadian as well, a molly, a flash, and nade. But nothing really more than that, and the same can be said for Dupree. So certainly trying to scrape something together, and it looks like it may speed up Dignitas with the way they're looking towards A. Bomb's not quite committed there, but they've got the opening, and Nico has been great at doing this, whether it be on towards Karrigan or Zipnix whenever he's playing it. He's been doing it time and time again, and MSL wants some of the action. Yeah,
gets himself his first frag of the round, and now that's 2 members down on the A side. Oh, Kirby also taking down Dupree. Dupree went for the rotate to try and get around the back. Kirby was absolutely ready and waiting for him. Zipnix gets one. Can he get the second? I think they did. Gaijin B does manage to get one, but he's all alone. Gets the second. Can he land Pim? Oh, he's tagged him so low. 18 hit points. Gets the reload. Now he's going to have Kirby coming from behind. I don't think he's expecting him from short. And that will be the round for Dignitas. And the half ends in favor of Team Dignitas, 8-7.
It's feeling a little like the first map. I just hope it doesn't end like it, for the sake at least of Dignitas. 8-7, leading on the T side, really nicely done. Everyone playing well from Dig as well. It wasn't just one player just outstandingly stepping up. On the other side, you've got Cajun B on 16-9, but the top fragger for Dignitas was Nico on 13-11, and no one was really too much above or too much below it either way. But gotta say, Nico going for those AWP shots, almost winning out in them the vast majority of the time, taking out Karrigan if Karrigan went for the peak. But this is an important one. Remembering the Dig was struggling to pick up pistols, and we saw what happened the first time around that we got to see these two facing off for the first pistol. I wonder how this one's going to play out, because this is so vital for both sides.
Well, looking at the minimap, MSL and Pimp going very aggressive here. Going to push around. Cadian was the man that's going to peak. Now, last time Cadian went quite happily in a little pistol duel against Pasha. This time around, he takes Pimp down with ease, it seems, from range. And that is going to slow things down. They didn't draw the attention of Team Dignitas. Nobody reacted too quick because MSL is still very deep, so he knows it's not going to be a B push. So that's the information gathered certainly for MSL, and he knows that, well, while they did manage to get a frag here, there's absolutely nobody coming my way.
It looks like it pretty much, it may look like it is an A push in the end, or at least they're smoking towards it. Zipnix and Cajun B playing late towards mid, maybe waiting for those rotates, but they are just sending Cadian straight in, and he is the beast that's just being unleashed. Takes down Nico, took down Pimp earlier on, and now the breakthrough on mid does get halted. The two players trying to work their way and just get denied, and now it's a 3v3 retake coming in for Team Dignitas, and they need to get it.
Cadian gets himself in towards quad. Dupree covering off that site. They have a good coverage here, but MSL gets himself a second. Dupree is ready and waiting. Don't think he was expecting him quite so close. Kirby does get him down. Cadian also cleared out. And well, the defuse kit going to work wonders because Dignitas just picked up the round. And TSM are going to be kicking themselves there. That was a round they feel that they should have won. They got the plant in there, had a good coverage. 3 members still alive against 2. But they lost out to Dignitas.
MSL's retake was brilliant, picking up 3 then, working his way back into the site. The man on your screen right there, Cadian, did everything he could, not only picking up the first towards Pimp, but following on towards, I think it was Nico that he followed up to. It was just brilliant, but not enough to secure the round. It got them on the site, it got them the plant, but sadly, they could not lock down for that retake. However, 2-2 split, we've got Dupree and Karrigan going down by Squeaky. We've got Zipnix and Cadian down by A main, and a strange start out for the CTs. Look how passive they are towards A. They are not playing this one on the side, but AZ doesn't matter. He's sitting on short, he's getting the crossfire down, and it looks like the T's are just being held at range. Dignitas taking no chances, and they're just going to mop them up as they push through. AZ then very cleanly done for him, picking up 3, and Gajabu picking up 2. So it just all in all, like a really smartly played out round, sitting back and just not challenging up close just in case those Tech 9s were there, P250s or anything else that they can throw at them.
Well, we're going to see TSM going for the third round AKs. They've not quite got the full assortment of nades, but they may well just have enough. Only 3 smokes. 3 smokes, so we'll see if it works out for them. Nothing's going to get thrown early, that's for sure. Cajun B covering off, hoping that nobody pushes around the back once again. Xyp9x and Carrigan are the ones that are looking to make the push. Squeaky held. Pimp is waiting. Carrigan trying to rattle those shots through the door, but nothing really landing. Nobody getting tagged up from Dignitas. Nobody covering themselves off. Very deep coverage, actually very aggressive coverage in the mid if you look at that crossfire they've got set up. But that's not where TSM are looking. The bomb is actually sneaking around in the hands of Cajun B, all alone right now, as the rest of the team slowly come around to cover him off. Carrigan's going to peek. There is one just below him in that drop. Actually, no, he's moved. He's completely moved. Look, no, he is still there. Kirby. I'm completely confused looking at the mini map compared to my gigantic map I have on my screen.
Yeah, he's just waiting there, and I like that crossfire coming out with Pimp. I do really like when players playing the vent like that, and the flash will just give him a little bit of grace as the T-side do actually start making their way towards B. He doesn't pick up the first. Xyp9x somehow stops him as Dupree bullies way in, and somehow TSM just completely breaking towards the B side. Quick, fast execute, just completely catching off Team Dignitas, who are left set up, expecting a mid. AZ gets caught in the back by Cadian, quickly picking it up, and now Nico left on towards A, probably just going to try and watch out for the push. He wants to keep that up. And well, Xyp9x, Cadian, and Cajun B doing great work on that B side.
Yep, Nico's just going to hold on to this one. I don't think they're going to hunt him down too aggressively, because TSM could do with holding onto the rifles of their own right now. They've got the bomb plant, they've got the round, and that's the most important thing for them. If they could get that AWP out of the hands of Nico, it would be a good gift, and that's what Cadian is going to try and do. But unfortunately, we can see through the X-ray. Nico is not looking that direction. Oh, I didn't push through the door. And Nico will hold on to it. 10-8, Dignitas still with the lead, but TSM getting their first round of the board at the T side.
Well, here we go. This is game on now. TSM showing how good they can be once they get those AKs. And I've always loved watching the likes of Xyp9x, especially with the AK. So I'm a big fan of that man hitting that one up, and I want to see what he can do with it. However, 8-10, big round coming in for both teams pretty much here. CT side don't have a great deal with them. If they lose out on this, they've kind of forced themselves into the situation. They're going to be in a real dire straits. So looking at TSM, playing quite cautiously. Nico there, trying to get an early pick towards B, maybe catch a glimpse of the T side building into something, but I don't think Cajun B is going to push too far. And this time it's MSL who's pushed up close in mid, and AZ going to start getting himself over towards A. They're starting to try and predict these plays, be a little bit more present on the site for Team Dignitas, it seems. But the T side just taking their time. Last time they broke through towards B very late in the game, and I wonder if they're going to do it again. Flashes towards mid, Pimp, AZ, MSL, lapping it up. But can Nico stop the T-side if they make this play? He's the only one playing B right now. There are 3 players coming towards him. Nico will be in real trouble if he doesn't get back up soon, because it looks like the T-side are lined up to go. Late execute coming through, 35 seconds, gets down Cajun B. The retake comes in, AZ, Pimp, MSL starting to work their way through, but Nico has to stay alive. He goes down. Cadian might have a chance to get the bomb down here, but there's only 2 of them left, up against 4.
And they are collapsing in unison straight towards them. That Molly's going to keep them away from the site. We'll keep them out of the corner. Cadian will get taken down. Dupree gets cut out, and that will be a simple retake. Very well executed retake by Dignitas. They were holding off the mid for a very long time there. They had a really good crossfire setup, but TSM unfortunately didn't spring it, and it forced Dignitas to go for the retake of their own, but it worked wonders.
Yeah, and considering Nico stayed alive for so long then, not only being able to take down one with the AWP, but then just keeping himself in there long enough to allow the others to pile in through the vents and just play that retake game, just shattering what the T-side were up to. And it was what they did last round, but look at this buy up here. We've got the Tech 9s coming out with the Molly, so maybe Cadian going to put that towards possibly Vent. I'm wondering if they want to try and take that out of the game. Not too sure. They could just put it somewhere like Quad if they fancy. But all in all, it looks like an A play coming through. It's the most decisive they've looked at the start of a round for the T-side, as MSL lurches towards mid, but it looks like they might be starting to make their play, but those counter smokes and flashes coming into practice. You can see all 4 of them then were halted up, and AZ perfectly lines up the shot.
Yeah, in a great position as well, up on high. They have all the angles covered off here, Dignitas. They just need to land the shots. They don't quite get one through the smoke there, but Carrigan tagged down to 10 health. Zipnix also left all alone now on quad as Carrigan goes out to A main, and Dignitas once again on the retake. 4 members coming in unison, perfectly working for them. Carrigan does take down MSL. Zipnix needs to peek at just the right time with the Tech 9, but unfortunately, Kirby was much stronger to it, and that will be now 12-8. Dignitas starting to build up a little head of steam here as they steam the way towards the end of the game. 16 rounds is all they need, and they're not too far away.
Yeah, Kirby then, the way he kind of retracted in and out of sight, just played it passively when needs to, came back on in the retake. Really nicely done for such, a young player like everyone goes on about, showing some real experience throughout this entire game. So can't wait to see how hard they're going to have to play to get this game going. And as you can see right on your screens, Tech 9's a little bit of armor, mostly smokes. It's probably going to be another A, looking at where they're lining up. Just a standard A push. Cajun B and Zipnix both going to be the first in. AZ this time, though, is actually on the site, so a little bit more committed here, and that could, well, it could be a downfall if those Tech 9s do come into play. And oh my god, the cleanup is unreal. That's 3 back-to-back.
Easily done for him, and AZ, well, they'll just close out the round. 3 for him, 2 for him, 3 for Kirby. Simple, but effective for Team Dignitas.
They just lined up for him then. Zero attention towards that little nook and cranny tucked into the corner there, and he just loved every second of that. And that's put Dignitas in a brilliant spot now. 13-8, the scoreline's starting to look better, but the T's now have money again. Maybe not a great deal, but at least enough to work with and build a buyout.
Nico has got his hands on that AWP, but again, nobody's showing for him. Debris has managed to get himself in and around, but look at Nico, you can see he's primed and ready straight towards that corner fence. Debris did manage to get one down, but the grenade was already coming from Nico and landed right at his feet. Pimp was ready and waiting also in the vents. And TSM once again scratching their heads, figuring out how do we break through this Team Dignitas defense, which so far seems impenetrable on the CT side. They've definitely set themselves up a great net. More importantly, the retakes have been very impressive by them, even when they lose out on that side.
Yeah, and with AZ going down, you'd surely assume they might consider A. Carrigan's still in a good spot, but every time they've gone A, it's the retakes that have been absolutely on point.
Very deep defense as well from Team Dignitas on this one. Nobody actually on site. Kirby has got himself all the way back at truck, but he's got the support he needs. He gets the opening frag. He will get taken down, but now they know everybody is there. Let's see how Dignitas cope with this 3-on-3.
And Zipnix finding that spot through smoke was so imperative then, being able to take down one of the players who was sitting on the truck. Good flash comes out from Cajun B, slowing down the 2 players on shore. Pimp and MSL now gonna have to work their way up. The retake is on. 3 players still standing. They've got good time in this. A couple more flashes to be used. A smoke comes out. Cajun B is locked out. This flash is left, right, and center. Nico finds Zipnix, and now 2 left on the T side. But look at that retake again. So on point. Time should be on. And this is another big round for Dignitas. Getting the defuse, 14-8. It looks like we're going to a 3rd map at this rate.
Yeah, absolutely. Mirage is beckoning right now. TSM can't seem to get anything going here on the T side. So 14-8, Dignitas just 2 rounds away. And well, more importantly, they've finished the rounds with 3-4 members standing every time so far, really putting in a solid CT performance. Let's see what TSM do. Will they try and play it fast? They've got themselves the AKs and head armor, but again, their attack has been stopped dead in its tracks. But look at the A site once again. KB taking it very deep. Now, Fnatic do a similar thing sometimes when you see JW all alone there. Kirby, this time though, he's got himself an M4. He's playing it just as deep without the rifle. Nico covering off. That boost is going to go straight into the crosshairs of Nico. Surely Cajun B, the moment he picks around that corner, Nico steps back. Oh, and he will get taken down. Cajun B with a good headshot. Was backed up by AZ though from mid, and that will cover him off. Now, TSM, will they choose to follow through in this one? Will they try and brute force the way through mid? Something they actually did a lot against Virtus Pro, which they really haven't done a great deal of against Dignitas.
Well, it's going to be the big question here, isn't it? Because it's 8-14. TSM need to find a little more, a little something, a little bit of fire, because at the moment, if they split towards B, there's still AZ, Pimp, and MSL waiting. They're going against the odds. I don't know how this will turn out. 2 players starting to split through mid. Carrigan goes for the challenge towards Pimp, but Pimp wins that out. And already the numbers are starting to dwindle for the T side here.
Kebu in perfect position here. 3 members. He's actually wondering whether they're going to come through mid. Oh, he's right behind them. Lines them up. Does get Zipnix down. That grenade may well get a second as it comes bouncing on through. Does the damage. Dupree down to 41. Will get the bomb plant in there. Cadian tries to peek around. Will get himself the shot onto Kiebi. And the retake once again has to come out from Dignitas. And once again, it is solid as they get themselves map point.
It's so well executed. Everything works in place. Kirby, the way he plays at the truck is just brilliant. The nades come in there perfect. The counter smoke that he puts down so he can peek out. He has so much confidence in how he can manipulate the site. It is brilliant to watch. This is going to a third map. There's surely no way TSM can suddenly just revolutionize the way they're playing. They're just not being able to lock it down. They are not getting themselves into the game. They can finally get a good buy beside them. Still no AWP. And it's been 5 rounds in a row now that they've not only had the defuse on the CT side, but of course the win to follow it. And now Pimp did catch a glimpse, I think. I'm not sure if he was too flash. No, he did certainly find out, but Dupree bullies forward. It's like TSM tried to speed up, but they've got nothing to show for it.
Well, they're going to try and get MSL down, but they've lost so many men. It's a 2-on-2. They will smoke off, and are they going to just get that bomb plant straight in there? Cajun B's going to go looking. Kiebi is holding the angle, and that's all he needed. Dupree all on his own now. Bomb in hand. He's going to try and go for the A rotate here. Kiebi was around there, but Kiebi already backed away. He's now in towards mid, and Nico just hiding, keeping himself covered off in this corner. He's got AWP in hand, and Dupree, it's time to play it very slowly because he's trying to keep his team away from playing Mirage. Although, well, TSM did absolutely brilliantly on Mirage. Dupree, though, won't want to go there. They want to close it in 2, but they have to do so much. And Dignitas, they've got such a bank built up. Even if they were to lose this round in a somewhat impossible 1v2, they will have to go straight against another rebuy for Dignitas.
He's got 25 seconds to plant the bomb. Ideally make it a 1-on-1. There's so few options left for Dupree. He has to go for something here. 15 seconds. He's running the clock so low. He's desperate to not make a sound here.
They've got to realize that Dupree is there. They're pretty certain it's A side. Now they hear the plant. Kiebu already making runs for it. Now he's got no smokes, no flashes, no nothing. Gets himself tucked into quad, whereas Dignitas have 2 flashes, 3 flashes, 2 smokes, and the grenade to find its way in towards quad. One comes through, 49 hit points. Dupree covers that one off, but they're going to move in unison. Nico and Kiebi goes down, and Dupree pulls it off, gets himself the AWP. Can they do it? It's a big ask, that's for sure. They've got 6 more rounds to go, but that's a damn good start.
It's a great start, but that's the danger of what happens when you peek 1 by 1. They had so much utility that they could have utilized to get in towards him. They had a good idea where he was. They both peeked for it and sadly got punished. Dupree there wonderfully done. This man's been clutching out like a champion when TSM actually get these rounds. However, they're back in the same spot here. They're actually, look, Kaden even is down to a Tech 9 now. There's a Galil with Zipnix. On the other side, there's still an AWP. Nico's still golden. And Nico putting it to use. Karrigan already down. A is down to, well, very few options, and Nico can just chill out. He's able to leave so many good players wherever he goes. He does need to back it up, but he is actually going to head over and maybe have a little bit of an inkling of what's going on. Dupree's starting to go hunting. Cajun B's starting to look. And Cadian finally gets that AWP in hand. What can he bring with it? Nothing. Nico denies straight away.
And Nico's really been on point with that AWP in the last 2 matches. 2 maps, no doubt about it. Dupree looking towards those vents now. I believe it's Pimp that's in there once again, but of course hasn't broken the vent on the mid side. He's got himself in and ready. Dupree is about to peek in there, and he's certainly going to get a surprise. It's Pimp once again. Gets the better of Dupree as he peeks in towards there. He's been holding it well. Nico with the 3rd does get finally taken down at the 4th time of asking for Zipnix. But again, we're left in towards this precarious 1v4 position this time for TSM to try and pull something off. This time around, Zipnix not quite being so stealthy, and he's just going to walk straight into B site, and Dignitas will pick themselves up cash, and more importantly, take the game to a 3rd map. The Danes do not give up, that's for sure.